Hey YouTube, so it's a project for Awesome, and yes, I have a Smoothie Poopers logo taped on my shirt. It was sports themed today at my school. Anyway, it's the project for Awesome, and I have, let's see, around 1 hour and 18 minutes to make this video. Therefore, usually I would edit this well and stuff, but I just don't have time tonight. Also, usually I would give a short introduction on what the project for Awesome is. But really, I don't have time for that either. So down in the doobly-doo, I've included a link to John Green's Project for Awesome video, which is excellent and well edited and great because it's by John Green, and he explains all what it's about in case you didn't know. So to get right to it, the charity I'm doing this year is the EFF, or Electronic Frontier Foundation. Okay, so what the Electronic Frontier Foundation does is it protects your freedoms in the digital world, and that means that it protects against dumb crap like privacy violations and censorship and all that. I think one of the most well-known examples of something that the EFF helps with is SOPA and P4A, which were acts last year that tried to get passed by Congress. SOPA was in the Senate and P4A was in the House. So basically what SOPA and P4A were supposed to do is they were supposed to stop online piracy. Now obviously piracy isn't a great thing because then artists don't get money, and that causes problems because, I mean, they need to get food on the table and stuff. But I'm not going to get into that because then we get into the issue of DRM and whatever and blah blah blah. So yeah, basically SOPA and P4A were supposed to stop online piracy. But there was some major problems with the bills, and what they actually were is they basically allowed the government to censor the internet in the exact same way as China does, using the exact same technology, which is pretty unfortunate. Luckily, there was a massive backlash on the internet against SOPA and P4A because of some great campaigning efforts by various organizations, including really big ones like Google, Facebook, Mozilla, I don't know what else, EFF. EFF is a part of that. So SOPA and P4A were then shelved, and they're no longer a really active threat to the internet, or more specifically, internet freedom. But here's the thing. SOPA and P4A got a lot of attention on the internet and on the media, and because of that, there was a backlash and they didn't get passed, which was lucky because no one wants to censor the internet, right? But all the time, there are laws that are being made up that will threaten the freedom of the internet, and they'll still try to censor people, and they'll try to invade your privacy and just nasty stuff. And all the time, there are ridiculous lawsuits against people who really weren't doing anything wrong. A lot of times, it's Hollywood companies suing people for copyright infringement when it really wasn't copyright infringement. Maybe there's some music playing in the background of a video, from a radio or something. That's a thing. Companies sue over that. Also, there's problems with people's right to tinker with systems. Let's say I'm a security researcher and I find a security hole in an application. A lot of times, what I'm doing is illegal. The research I'm doing is illegal, but I'm not actually doing anything wrong. I'm basically not doing anything wrong. I'm technically doing something against the law. So often it's a problem for security researchers because then they have to find a legitimate way to find that security hole so that they can tell that to someone and not get in trouble with the law, and it's just this huge fiasco. Basically what I'm getting at is that the EFF helps with all of these, right? So EFF will help you defend yourself if you get sued by a media company over copyright and it's a ridiculous claim. EFF will help rally for coders' rights to tinker and find security holes without being punished. And it fights against bills like SOPA and P4A, and it basically protects the internet from bad things. And it also protects you from bad things. And it protects your privacy and your security and your right to be free on the internet. Now there's one last thing that I'd like to address, to paraphrase my friend Zeb of Zeb and Alex. Well, it would be great if the internet was free, but it would also be great if everyone in the world had food. So, in response to this, yes, that is totally true. Obviously, it's probably a higher priority to get food to starving people than to protect the internet. But that doesn't mean that the internet is, not important still. Remember that in the Project for Awesome, there are 5 slots for charities. The EFF can fill 1, and then the other 4 can be filled by charities that will help starving people and stuff. And remember, bills like SOPA and PIPA have the potential to shut down sites like YouTube, and that means that the EFF indirectly helps make Project for Awesome happen. Or really, rather, be possible, I guess. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to me talk about like an electronics charity for 4 minutes or something. P4A is a great event. I love it, and I can't wait till next year. There's links to the EFF websites in the doobly-doo, and there's also a link to John Green's summary on the EFF, which also includes his actual charity video, and there's a link to the Project for Awesome website in the doobly-doo, and there's a link to the Indiegogo page where you can donate. Like crazy, comment like crazy, share like crazy, subscribe. Can't really do that like crazy. See you later, YouTube. DFTBA.